We got a question in the chat. The question goes, there's one girl who's cute and I see her every day on the bus to school. The thing is, she's always with some other dude. I don't know if he likes her, but they're not dating. What are the ethics here? There are no ethics. If she is not explicitly, okay, I'll say this. If she's around him a lot, there could possibly be a chance that maybe she's interested in him, or maybe he's interested in her, is not saying anything. My thing is this: nobody's saying anything. So it's an open game here. But this also goes back to this is why as a guy, you shouldn't be having such high feelings for a girl in the beginning, because, for optics purposes, guys typically tend to fall in love a lot faster. And I'm actually going to do a whole show about that. But we fall in love with looks very quickly. We see a girl that's cute and say, okay, she's cute. She has the curves that I like. She smells good. Therefore, boom, already like her. Already know that. And now we get nervous around the girl. And now we start thinking, oh, but I can't talk to her. Oh, but she probably likes this other guy. Oh, I should be. And then you start thinking well, I don't want to mess up anything she has going on because she might be this other guy. Nobody said anything. So if he hasn't approached her and she hasn't approached him, nobody said anything. But you don't have to go in all gung-ho on a girl, because a lot of guys think, well, if I approach her, I got to tell her that I like her, and I got to tell her that I have feelings for her, and then ask her on a date. This is putting the cart before the horse. You know nothing, because as much as cute as you think she is, you don't actually have enough time spent with her to really, really know on a one-on-one personal level if she would actually work as somebody you could potentially date. So I go into all my interactions with new women as they are new stimuli. It is a research project. I've said it before on the show. Treat every new girl you date like a research project and less than a crush, and you will have better results because you'll be less nervous. So for example, let's say I saw this random hot girl, right? Or let's say I'm with friends and I'm at a party, because this happened before. I'm at a party with friends and I see a girl, I think she's really, really hot, right? So my lizard brain is like, oh, she's pretty. Oh my God, I want to bang her. I want to get with her right now. And oh my God, I'm all nervous. I've had to train my logical brain to be like, okay, she's cute, but. And I'm 41 at this point. I've had the experience of dating a girl that I thought was really, or seeing a girl that I thought was really, really cute. And then going up to her, I start talking to her. I realize she's really dumb, or she has a weird voice, or we go on a couple of dates, her family life's messed up, or she has some really weird ideas about stuff. And so even though that cuteness got me to be interested in her, all the stuff that came after that resulted in me saying, but not for me. And that's happened enough times to where when I see a cute girl now, my first response is, but what else has she got? Because realistically, cuteness lasts for a decent amount of time with women, but at the point where they hit 29, 30, they can still be attractive, but not as attractive as they were at 20 or 25. And so at that point, if they don't have more besides just the cuteness factor, it doesn't impress me at this age. But if you're a younger guy, that's not gonna be a thing, because every girl around you is gonna be cute, right? But just have in your head, the looks that women have are designed to trip you up on purpose. You can't let that trip you up, because their cuteness does not actually show who they are or how they are as a person, right? So once you're able to start training your brain to think beyond the cuteness, then you're gonna look at every woman and say, well, what else is there? I want to research what else is there. And that will open you up to being able to approach more women, because everyone you'll see will just be like, but what is she about? Her cuteness is great, but what does she have going for her besides the cuteness? I want to investigate. And then you go up to girl and say, hey, I'd love to take you out for lunch. And you'll say it because you'll think you're not going into approaching them from the perspective of, I have to have them. I'm so nervous. They're the cutest thing. Instead, you're approaching them as I need to know more. Before I have my feelings of lust are already there. I feel like she's hot and attractive, but before I get to all that, what's actually there? And then you'll go up to them and be like, you'll be able to have normal conversation because you're thinking the whole time, she's cute, but there's something beyond this. I got to learn more. And I'm telling you, a high level of 10s and 9s attractive level women have a level of crazy you would not believe. But guys trip up because they're cute and they have boobs and they're all pretty and attractive. And so we don't want to investigate that. No, always investigate. In fact, the cuter they are, she's probably got more stuff messed up with her. And until I'm proven wrong, that I'm not going to put all my cards on the table yet. So I'm going to go up to her. Hey, have a banter. You're going to the back of the bus. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Hey, this is great. Hey, you know what? We should hang out sometime. What do you think? What are you doing after school this Saturday? Let's just go on a bike ride or go to a park and just chat it up. Boom. You're not going in there with any kind of emotion. You're not going in there with any kind of she has to be mine. When you do that, then you're able to control the environment a lot better, because you're going to have your nerves and your anxiousness under control. Because again, you do not actually know this woman enough to actually have these feelings. You're running on lust right now, But if you go from a perspective of being a research project, then it'll be a lot easier for you to basically date any woman you want, So hopefully it helps you out. I got a question in the chat. And I don't know if it's a question, but he says, I have this girl I've been seeing about a month and a half dating. I see her 4 or 5 days a week. She wants to go slow, which honestly is appealing because at my age, I get a lot of hookups. Exactly. There was actually a comment that somebody left this week. Let's see if I can find the comment here. This guy left a comment under why giving her a texting ultimatum makes her pull away. And I talked about how, again, guys should not be giving texting ultimatums to women they just met, or at all in general, that women, when they first start to meet you, they want to get to know you. But when you text a woman all the time, you're basically signing her up to have to text you back nonstop, even when she's doing things. And that's not fair to women. So this guy said, as the vast majority, just like the vast majority of other dating coaches, I guess, you're straw manning the F out of this. It's all behavior. You can see her every day at school and she won't think you're needy based on your behavior. And so what I get what he's trying to say here. Basically, he's saying is what's the difference between, texting a girl all the time and seeing her every single day? Because whether you have a job, if she works at your job or she's in your classes at school, you're going to see her every day. So how is that not any different from you texting her all the time? Here's the difference, is that in a school and in a work environment, you are seeing them, but you're seeing them sporadically. They already know that when they go to work, they're going to see you. When they go to school, they're going to see you. They're not going to see you all the time. If you're in the work world, they got a cubicle over there, you got a cubicle over here. And so you're not talking to each other the entire day, person to person. When you're in school, you have classes together and you might talk to them at the beginning of class, but then the teacher starts teaching and they're teaching. You're not actually having a full-on interaction with this person in these environments. So yeah, you might see them every day, but in those environments, you're not talking to that person nonstop all the time. What guys do with texting is they basically galvanize the woman's time by basically texting her nonstop, hoping that she's going to text back all the time as proof to him that she likes him. And this is what turns women off, because in the school environment, she's talking to you sporadically, but not nonstop. Once a woman thinks she has to text you all the time in order for you to be happy, now she's feeling like there's pressure, which is going to make her want to do it a lot less because it feels like she's being forced to do a thing that she did not sign up for. School, she signs up for. Work, she signs up for. Her talking to you nonstop in the beginning of a dating relationship, she's not signing up for. And we want the woman coming to you, because if she's chasing you, she can't be replacing you. But when you're the one chasing by texting all the time, you are unfairly signing her up to do that, and she's not wanting to do that. Now, as she gets to know you more, she's going to want to hear from you more. But even with that, at the point that starts happening, trust me, the women that like you help you, and they'll be the ones to reach out to you more. This goes back to the whole 3-to-1 ratio. That's what you want to happen in order to secure that she's going to want to be a decent enough texting buddy. But you as the guy should still really be just initiating text to start to get dates, all right? If you're doing more than that, then you are severely wasting her time, and more importantly, you're wasting your effort. Guys have this thing of thinking, I need to be doing all the time in order to get her more interested, and if I'm not doing all the time, she's going to be losing interest. I try to stress to you guys, less is more. If you make strategic moves at the right time during the dating process, then you will not have to be doing all the time, because you're going to find what's going to actually trip you up in the dating world is the doing all the time. I found that, you know what? The less I do, the better. So I know, for example, if I schedule a date, I know take her on a date, show her a good time. I know I can now wait 4 or 5 days before I contact her again. If she contacts me, great. That's her doing the work. But I know in 4 or 5 days, if she doesn't contact me, I have more work to do. I got to hit her up again for another date. I found, most women that I've dated, I find, I'll take them on that first date, right? And then I'll wait 4 to 7 days, between 4 to 7 days before I contact them for another date. That first time when I do that, they usually don't contact me. They might contact me at the end of the date, hey, I had a good time, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll leave them alone for a week. I text them again. And now after that second date, on that second date, we're usually making out, doing other stuff. At that point, now I don't have to wait 4 days for her to contact me. She's contacting me the next day. Hey, had a great time. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Hope your day's going well. Again, what work have I done? So, and again, I'm still doing work, but it's strategic. The more patient you are when you're making moves, that shows to a woman that you are able to control yourself. You can be patient. You can control your emotions. You're able to put your pleasures to the side for a bit and wait on the right time to do things. These are all movements that women need to see from you to get a feeling that you're going to be a safe guy to be around. You sporadically texting all the time and trying to hang out with her all the time. Those are the moves of a guy that looks desperate and needy, which to women feels very threatening. It feels forced. Women don't like force. Anytime you're trying to force anything on a woman, it's not going to go well, whether it's in the bedroom or on the phone. So you got to learn to know to make the right moves, when to make them, and then strike accordingly, and it'll function a lot better. Now, for those of you guys that need help with that, I have a great program at my website called the Introvert Dating Success Academy. It walks you through the 3 months of things you need to be doing during the dating process to go from meeting her to dating her to hooking up with her to squashing any kinds of situations that may come up, all the way to getting into a relationship. And it's all very much, these are the moves these are when to make moves. These are when not to make moves. These are things that she's going to do. And when she does them, this is how to respond to those things. And this is how to get into a relationship. If you need help with that, go to the website and check it out. All right.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You